The Pixel 10 might finally fix something that has quietly frustrated users for years, and most people haven't even realized it. We're talking about screen flicker, caused by low PWM dimming rates. And if you've never heard of PWM, don't worry, you're not alone. But trust me, this change could have a huge impact on how comfortable the Pixel 10 feels to use every single day. PWM stands for Pulse Width Modulation. It's a method used by OLED screens to adjust brightness. Instead of smoothly dimming the light, the screen turns pixels on and off extremely rapidly. At high rates, this is basically unnoticeable, but at lower rates, that flickering, even if invisible, can lead to eye strain, headaches, and discomfort for many people, especially during prolonged use. Until now, Google hasn't done much to address this issue in its Pixel phones. The Pixel 9 series, for instance, uses a PWM rate of just 240 Hz. That means the screen flickers 240 times per second to control brightness. While this might sound fast, it's actually on the low side, especially for sensitive users. For context, Samsung's Galaxy S25 features a significantly better PWM rate of around 492 Hz. Still not perfect, but definitely easier on the eyes. Other brands have gone even further. Honor's Magic 6 Pro, for example, uses a jaw-dropping 4,320 Hz PWM dimming rate when brightness dips below 30%. That's extremely gentle on the eyes, minimizing flicker to almost nothing. Of course, that rate drops once the brightness goes higher, down to around 360 Hz, but even that is better than what Google has offered so far. Now, for the first time, Google seems to be addressing the issue directly. In a statement released in April 2025, Google acknowledged the situation and said that their teams are actively investigating it. Most importantly, they promised updates later this year. And if we connect the dots, that timeline lines up perfectly with the expected launch of the Pixel 10. Here's why that matters. Improving PWM flicker rates isn't something you can do with just a software update. It usually requires changes at the hardware level. So if Google is going to address it in 2025, the Pixel 10 is likely to be the first Pixel phone to bring a much-needed improvement in this area. We don't yet know what the new PWM rate will be. Google hasn't confirmed any numbers, but even a jump from 240 Hz to something like 500 Hz or higher would be a welcome shift. And if Google really wants to lead the pack, aiming for a rate in the thousands, like Honor, would be a game changer. It's also unclear whether Google is considering alternatives like DC dimming, a method used by brands like Xiaomi. DC dimming doesn't flicker at all, making it a great option for those sensitive to PWM. While that would be ideal, any step toward improving visual comfort would be a big win for Pixel fans. So why does all this matter? For the average user, it might not seem like a big deal. After all, most people don't see the flicker. But that's the thing. You may not notice it visually, but your eyes feel it. If you've ever found yourself getting tired, strained, or headachy after scrolling through your phone for too long, low PWM might be the hidden culprit. As screens get sharper, brighter, and more vibrant, comfort is becoming just as important as resolution or refresh rate. Google knows this, and the fact that they're finally responding to user feedback about PWM is a clear sign that they're taking display health seriously. It's been a long time coming, and Pixel users have been asking for this for years. In the bigger picture, this shift could also push more Android brands to step up their game. If the Pixel 10 delivers a smoother, more comfortable display experience, it might spark a new wave of competition, where brands compete not just on camera specs or AI features, but on how friendly their displays are to our eyes. To sum it up, the Pixel 10 might not be just about better photos, smarter AI, or longer battery life. It could also be about comfort, the kind you don't notice immediately, but definitely feel over time. And for anyone who spends hours a day staring at a screen, that's a huge deal. So if you've ever felt like your phone was making your eyes tired, even if you couldn't explain why, the Pixel 10 might be the upgrade your eyes have been waiting for.